So hello again, friends and followers. I'm still hacking away at this old Paragon 1 display, and I have it working now, but it's just not real bright. And so I'm thinking the charge pump is not putting out enough. It's putting out about 28 volts with no load, and it's putting out about 26 and a half with load with the fluorescent display attached. And I worked on one of these, I don't know, 8 months ago, and I got a video up about it. I think I was getting about 28 volts when it was under load and 30 volts when it wasn't. So this one's a bit deficit, and I don't know. I'm getting tired of yanking this thing in and out, but I thought I'll give it one more try. So I did replace a cap here on this timer chip. Figure, what the heck? Put a 10 UF in there. They had this old grubby one. I don't think that'll make a big difference, but I figured I'm in here, I'll do that. So I've been picking through these diodes here, and I'm not really sure the correct way to measure a diode. My meter here will say .551 on all these diodes, and this one has a .667. So I'm thinking this diode is weak, just because I used the meter, and I can try and do it with one hand here to get one of these diodes for you to show you what I'm doing. But the meter will give an indication of on the diode test scale, it will give a decimal value of each diode. I'm getting like a .551 on these, so of course I went the wrong way on that one. But it will give a .551, and this other one is giving me a .667 or something. So I'm going to replace that diode. I'm thinking there's something weak in the chain here. So yeah, again, I've used the diode function, and I've measured each diode here. There's 4 of them in this voltage pump and this charge pump, and they all look the same except for that one that I have off the board there. So I'm thinking that's a weak diode. I hope it is anyway, because it'll give me more charge and more voltage and more brightness. So anyway, that's what I'm doing. I'm going to replace that one and see if it makes life better. So I replaced a bunch of stuff in this thing. This cap was critical because this cap was bad, and it wouldn't reset the microprocessor at the right time. So the whole display didn't work because of that problem. Replaced all of these, and I've even put some caps. I looked at my YouTube video from 8 months ago, and I was testing this thing with 12 volts from an Alexa supply going into it, and I had paralleled some 10 UFs onto these 4.7s, and it made it really bright. So I've kind of copied what I did a long time ago. Looks like this is, of course, an older Paragon 1. That was a Paragon 2 that I was working on back then. But so I'll replace that diode there and let you know what happens. Okay, thanks for watching. Again, this is a Tec Paragon, not a Paragon 2. It's an older radio. Receives quite well, quite happy with that. It does transmit. And I like the fact that it has this battery here, rechargeable battery. The Paragon 2 had a Texas Instant clock in here with a battery that was not replaceable, and I had a heck of a time making that work. I finally found the right chip from Taiwan or somewhere that worked in it, but that's one good thing about this older radio. It doesn't have the problem with that old chip. Anyway, I wish this radio did AM. It receives AM really nice. I don't think this thing transmits AM, unfortunately, but hey, it's a great radio. I've been enjoying it, so I just want to get the display nice and bright. I kind of fantasize about, and this meter is really a mess. It's all brown from the lights burning it up, so I put in the LEDs, but I would love to try and put an Omni 6 display on this thing that has the LEDs and see if that would work. That would be really cool on a Paragon, because the Paragon has the great receiver where it receives all bands, not just sideband, and it's a little wider. I like the wide stuff, listen to AM, so yeah, it'd be cool to try to put display on here. I guess I could look at the, I have an Omni 6 here. I could mess with it, but I don't want to break it. But if the pins were all the same, it might work. Hard to say. I mean, the firmware has got to be the same. And the firmware in the Omni 6 is very different. I'm thinking it's somewhat different. This is what, version 3.9. Is there a date code on it? I see an 86 or 98, hard to say. Okay, well, thanks for watching. Have a great day.